Are you scrolling on your phone right now? You are losing your precious time without realizing it today. Welcome back to our channel, Wisdom English Classes, for another life-changing English story. Today, you will learn practical phrases for phrasal verbs, time management, and setting boundaries. These short, simple words will help you protect your mental peace. To get the best result today, use our active shadowing technique. First, listen carefully to my slow, clear voice and read the text on screen. Then pause the video after each sentence and speak the words out loud. Repeat the sentence until your voice sounds totally natural and strong. In today's story, Sarah faces her biggest addiction. She must put down her smartphone for 7 full days. If she fails, she will ruin her health and lose her best friend forever. Stay tuned until the end to see her big, beautiful transformation. 1. The inciting incident. Sarah sat on her soft bed late at night. The clock on the wall showed 3 a.m. Her eyes were red, dry, and very painful. Her right thumb moved up and down constantly on her screen. She was scrolling through short videos on social media. She looked at photos of strangers eating expensive dinners. She watched random people dancing in bright clothes. She did not care about these videos at all. Yet her hand refused to put down the phone. A sharp, stabbing pain shot through her left wrist. She suddenly felt a wave of deep, heavy sadness. She opened her messaging application to check her notifications. She saw 5 missed calls from her best friend, Maya. Maya had texted, "Are you coming to my birthday dinner tonight?" Sarah had completely forgotten about the special party. The dinner had ended 3 full hours ago. Sarah dropped her cold phone onto the blanket. She covered her pale face and cried in complete silence. Her phone was slowly destroying her entire real life. 2. Setting the daily routine. Sarah worked as a graphic designer for a small company. She woke up every morning at 7 a.m. She did not stretch or look out the bright window. The very first thing she touched was her black smartphone. She checked her work emails before stepping out of bed. She read negative news stories while drinking her instant coffee. She typed messages on her commute while walking down the street. Her smartphone was a greedy time thief. It stole her quiet mornings and her peaceful evenings. It robbed her of real human connection every single day. At the office, Sarah sat next to her manager, Mark. Mark was a loud man who sent messages constantly. He expected his workers to reply within 2 minutes. Mark would send emails at midnight and on weekends. Sarah always answered his notifications instantly. She wanted everyone to think she was a perfect worker. She was deeply afraid of missing out on important news. Because of this fear, she never turned off her device. 3. Rising action and emotional struggle. Sarah lived under constant, overwhelming pressure every single day. She missed family dinners and skipped her daily exercise routine. Her stomach hurt often, and she felt completely burned out. When she tried to read a book, her mind felt foggy. She could not focus on one page for more than 30 seconds. Her focus was completely broken into tiny, useless pieces. On Tuesday afternoon, Maya walked straight up to Sarah's desk. Maya's arms were crossed tightly over her chest. "You missed my birthday party?" Maya said softly. "I waited for you at the restaurant for 2 hours." Sarah felt a sharp, burning shame inside her heart. She picked up her phone and looked at the black screen. "I'm so sorry," Sarah whispered. "I was so busy, I lost track of time." "No, you were not busy," Maya replied sadly. "You were just staring at your glowing screen again." "You are physically here, but your mind is somewhere else. You need to log off and return to the real world." Sarah looked at her trembling hands and sighed deeply. She knew her loving friend was completely right. She wanted to say, I need to step away from my phone. She wanted to say, I must take back my time. She wanted to say, I want to turn off my alerts. Instead, her mouth froze and she remained silent. She unlocked her phone to hide her deep nervousness. Maya shook her head in disappointment and walked away slowly. 4. The turning point. That rainy evening, Sarah visited her grandmother, Elena. Elena lived in a small, cozy house with a beautiful green garden. Elena did not own a smartphone or a television. Her home was quiet, warm, and filled with old paper books. They sat together on the front porch with hot tea. Elena noticed Sarah checking her phone every 40 seconds. Elena placed her warm, soft hand over Sarah's cold screen. My sweet child, you look so tired, Elena said gently. You are staring at a piece of glass while life passes by. Sarah started to cry and shared her painful struggle. I cannot stop checking my notifications, Sarah admitted. I'm terrified of missing something important. Elena smiled warmly and poured more hot tea into her cup. A notification is just artificial noise, Elena said softly. Real life happens right here in front of your eyes. The trees do not hurry, yet everything gets done. If you do not cut back on screen time, you miss your life. Try a simple challenge for 7 days, Elena suggested. Put your phone inside a dark wooden box every evening. Lock the box and keep the key in another room. Use clear, simple words when people demand your constant attention. Elena wrote 4 practical English phrases on a clean piece of paper. 1. I am offline right now. 2. I will reply tomorrow morning. 3. I'm stepping away from my screen. 4. My free time is important to me. Memorize these short phrases tonight, Elena instructed gently. Use them tomorrow to set firm, healthy boundaries. Sarah held the small paper tightly in her right hand. She felt nervous, but a small flame of hope grew inside her. 5. The integrated learning and action climax. Wednesday morning arrived with bright, warm sunlight outside. Sarah walked into her office with a straight, tall posture. At 6 p.m., her workday officially came to an end. Mark marched toward her desk, holding a large stack of papers. Sarah, process these extra files tonight, Mark commanded loudly, and check your email every hour for my updates. Sarah took a deep, quiet breath to calm her beating heart. She remembered her grandmother's wise words about real life. She turned off her computer screen and stood up slowly. She looked straight into her boss's surprised eyes. I'm stepping away from my screen now, Sarah said clearly. Mark opened his mouth in total shock and froze completely. What did you say? Mark asked in disbelief. I will reply tomorrow morning, Sarah repeated calmly. My free time is important to me. Her voice was polite, firm, and completely confident. Mark stared at her for 3 long, quiet seconds. He realized he could not push her around anymore. Fine, Mark muttered softly, taking his heavy files back. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Sarah packed her small bag and walked out into the sunshine. She met Maya at the park near her quiet home. Sarah pulled out her smartphone and switched it completely off. She dropped the cold phone deep into her canvas bag. I'm offline right now, Sarah said with a big smile. Maya laughed happily and threw her arms around Sarah's shoulders. They walked through the green park and listened to the birds singing. Sarah noticed the bright pink flowers and the cool evening breeze. Her body felt light, relaxed, and full of pure joy. She had faced her big fear and reclaimed her personal freedom. Pause the video right now. Rewind 30 seconds and repeat what Sarah said out loud. practice those 4 simple boundary phrases until you feel completely confident. 6. Moral of the lesson. Sarah learned an important lesson that changed her life forever. A smartphone is just a small tool, not your master. When you put down your phone, you do not lose anything. Instead, you gain back your focus, health, and real human relationships. True fluency in life comes from being present in the moment. Never let a glowing screen steal your precious time away. Did you enjoy today's short story and English practice? Please click the like button right now to support our channel. Subscribe to join our growing community of active English learners today. Write "I choose my real life" in the comment section below. This simple message shows us that you watched this video until the very end. Click on the next recommended video showing on your screen now. Keep practicing your English every single day and never give up.